so much for that, Toya, and thank you so much for joining us right here on CNN News 18. I'm Rihatul Siddiqui. Our top focus is from Maharashtra, where we are getting some breaking news from. Let's take a look at that. So this is to do with the Maharashtra power tussle, where we've been told that about 40 of the 53 NCP MLAs have given their consent signatures so far to Ajit Pawar. This is for him to join the BJP. Top sources have even told CNN News 18 that Ajit Pawar continues to mull over the switch to the BJP, even as support for him has grown from within the NCP. Meanwhile, Ajit Pawar has refuted all of these speculations. My colleague Vinaya is joining us on the broadcast. Vinaya, will he, won't he? That kind of juggle continues when it comes to the status of Ajit Pawar. Will he remain with the NCP? Will he jump ship and be, one with the Eknath Shinde? What are your sources really telling you, considering now he has consent signatures, maximum numbers in his favor? Which way is he going to swing?
Well, Griha, what I hear from my sources from within NCP is that while Ajit Pawar continues to mull over the switch, because the dilemmas in front of it are quite serious. Firstly, in view of the Supreme Court decision, which is still pending, we're hearing that in case there is disqualification of the 16 MLAs in that condition, if Eknath Shinde goes, then there is likely going to be a proposal for Ajit Pawar to come and be at the helm of the government. In that case, if he accepts to switch, not only does he get to sit at the helm, but also he gets to rid his own party MLAs of the continuous pressure of the central agencies. Now, there is a growing pressure from within the NCP cadres as well. Several senior leaders are under the scanner of the central agencies. And we hear that though Ajit Pawar has officially the support letter of 40 MLAs, the letter is ready. Unofficially, at least 50 of the 53 MLAs are willing to support Ajit Pawar, including some of the most senior MLAs. Though right now the party position officially is that we have heard Sharad Pawar say that in case somebody decides to switch, it is their personal call and that it will not be a party decision. So right now there are hectic deliberations that are going on within the party to decide what the course should be. We are hearing several senior leaders are in some sense, pressurizing Sharad Pawar because there has been a continuous pressure on the leaders with respect to the several central agencies, also with respect to MVA. Though right now it seems like the MVA is in a very, very strong position in Maharashtra, where we have seen several by-elections have been won by the MVA. There is also squabble from within the NCP quarters because they feel that despite having lesser strength as a leader, Uddhav Thackeray being projected as the CM face is somewhere sidelining Ajit Pawar, who does definitely have CM space aspirations and who feels that even for the upcoming elections, if that kind of aspiration is not fulfilled and the party does not give his name as a CM face, then that will be not a very promising prospect. On the other hand, if he considers of a switch to the BJP, then it will mean not just better prospects politically, because that is, we still have almost a year of the current government remaining. Also, Ajit Pawar is a very strong Maratha face that the BJP would possibly want to have in Maharashtra at this juncture, which is one of the plus points of Eknath Shinde, on whom there is this sword of disqualification that's hanging pending the Supreme Court verdict. So several factors are really acting in this political tussle in Maharashtra at present. Even as no decision has been taken yet by Ajit Pawar, he continues to mull over the several factors, because this time on, after the last time severely huge embarrassment where he did take oath as the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and that was one of the shortest lived governments of Maharashtra, which lasted less than 80 hours. He was termed as a backstabber to his uncle Sharad Pawar. This time on, he wants to play it safe. He does not want to take any such risk. And that is why, as of now, we are seeing that despite growing clamor and pressure from within the party cadres, there isn't a clear decision yet. We are being told that a political earthquake in Maharashtra is about to happen any time after the Supreme Court verdict. As of now, more and more support for Ajit Pawar, internal pressure from within NCP, several factors cases which are open to interpretation for the unity of MVA that have been raised questions with. On the other hand, Congress desperately trying to bring all the opposition parties together. So political situation in Maharashtra is definitely at an interesting point at this time.
So, Vinaya, it's interesting that you mentioned Sharad Pawar as well. He, however, and very intriguingly so, has been very, very silent. In fact, stony silence that he has maintained through the course of all the conjectures which are pertaining to Mr. Ajit Pawar, and also the cases about him. There is no mention, there is no movement about of all of that. And ever since that really happened is when these theories started doing the rounds that he might just be jumping ship.
Well, in fact, if we hear Sharad Pawar quite carefully, he has said at least twice that in case anybody decides to switch over from NCP, that will not be the party's decision. That will be the individual decision. That's a clear stance he seems to have taken, which is not going down well with several of his senior party leaders. Now we know the kind of clout that Sharad Pawar holds over his party, and that's why it's going to be very difficult if he puts his foot down and says that nobody is crossing over. That is why we are hearing that in the several internal meetings that have also taken place, Sharad Pawar seems to have communicated that he will not stop anybody if anybody has to take a decision, but the party will not make a switch whatsoever. This also pertains to Sharad Pawar's stature at the national political situation, given the kind of vast experience he has, the way he is being looked at as somebody who has the capacity to bring together several opposition parties, regional forces in order to build up a consensus against the BJP.
Okay,
With
Vinay,
this
I'm really
decision,
sorry to
that
interrupt
kind
you.
of
Let me actually bring in Tuhin Sinha of the BJP, who's joining us on the broadcast. Tuhin, this is a very interesting development that's happening in Maharashtra. Says a lot about Maharashtra politics, but I'd like to understand from you, is the BJP perched pretty? Are you guys really confident, even in the face of an impending judgment by the Supreme Court, and ready, if not Eknath Shinde, then Mr. Pawar as the Chief Minister of Maharashtra?
Well, all of this right now is in the realm of speculation, so I think we should wait for some more time before Ajit Pawar or the NCP makes its stand clear. But the larger point is that most of the opposition is going to collapse before 2024 because they don't see a future for themselves. And especially where Maharashtra is concerned, we have always maintained that the Aghadi was an unnatural alliance with all the malified ulterior motives or extortion or whatever which we saw unfolding during their tenure. So the ones who were not aligned with that malified agenda now obviously want to come out of the Aghadi alliance. But I think it's a decision which they need to take, and it is better we react post that, because right now the speculation have been going on for the last few weeks, and obviously NCP is very good at sending mixed signals. But I think it's only when either Ajit Pawar or Sharad Pawar take a firm official stand, that is when we should be in a better position. The BJP should be in a better position to respond.
Absolutely.
Officially.
No, point taken, Tuhin. But I also would like to understand, since you mentioned these last few weeks were also interesting because suddenly there is no mention of the cases against Mr. Ajit Pawar. They have just been gone in the thin air. So once again, that accusation by the opposition that ever since there is any kind of defection or probably any member of a rival political party probably in talks with the BJP, the cases against him or her disappears.
I think, the public mention of these cases happens by the media. So if you stop mentioning it, obviously, but it's not as if the cases suddenly get wound up. I will give you the example of Mukul Rai. Mukul Rai, who joined, the BJP from TMC, went back to the TMC. So does that mean the cases are going to reopen against him? I mean, the investigation is an independent process, and people wanting to align with the BJP because of their political aspirations, because of their political future, is a different thing altogether. They don't get mixed up. But yes, I mean, if the media keeps constantly mentioning about them, then yes, I mean, we recall it. But these are completely parallel processes. They don't get linked up together.
All right. Tuhin, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your views on this story that we continue to track. Anurag Thakur, Union Minister, has also responded to the political turmoil that Maharashtra is currently facing. Let's take a look.
राजनीतिक गलियारों में चर्चाएं चलती रहती है, कुछ खबरों का आनंद उठाना चाहिए। भ्रष्टाचार में घिरे दल एक दूसरे का सहारा लेने का प्रयास करते हैं, लेकिन ये महाठगबंधन कभी भी पहले प्रयास किया, ये जनता ने कभी स्वीकारा नहीं है, ना ही आगे स्वीकारेंगे।